In the ancient world where the sun rose over golden palaces and set on blood-soaked battlefields, two men stood on the precipice of destiny. One, a young king with the fire of the gods in his veins. The other, a ruler of an empire so vast it seemed eternal. This is the story of Alexander the Great and Darius III, a tale of ambition, power, and the greatest confrontation the ancient world would ever witness. Born in 356 BCE in the rugged hills of Macedonia, Alexander was no ordinary prince. His father, King Philip II, had transformed Macedonia from a backward kingdom into a formidable power. Through diplomacy, cunning, and sheer force of will, Philip united the fractious Greek city-states under Macedonian rule. But Alexander dreamed of something greater. From a young age, he was fascinated by the tales of Achilles and Hercules, heroes whose deeds echoed through the ages. His mother, Olympias, told him he was descended from Achilles himself, fueling his belief that he was destined for greatness. At the age of 13, Alexander's education was entrusted to Aristotle, the greatest philosopher of the age. Under Aristotle's guidance, Alexander learned not only the art of war, but also the secrets of science, philosophy, and leadership. He studied Homer's Iliad, which became his lifelong inspiration, and developed a deep curiosity about the natural world. By 16, he was commanding armies in his father's campaigns. By 20, he was king. But Alexander's ambitions stretched far beyond the borders of his homeland. He looked east toward the Persian Empire, a realm so vast it was said the sun never set on its lands. Meanwhile, in the heart of Persia, Darius III sat upon the throne of the Achaemenid Empire. The Persian Empire was the largest the world had ever seen, stretching from the Aegean Sea to the Indus River. Its capital, Persepolis, was a marvel of architecture, with towering columns, intricate carvings, and vast treasuries filled with gold and jewels. The empire was a melting pot of cultures, languages, and religions, united under the rule of the King of Kings. But beneath the surface, the empire was crumbling. Darius had inherited a realm plagued by internal strife. Satraps, or regional governors, often acted as independent rulers, ignoring the central authority. The once mighty Persian army, though vast, had grown complacent after decades of peace. The empire's economy was strained by the cost of maintaining such a vast territory, and rebellions were common. Darius knew trouble was brewing, but he could not have imagined the storm that was coming from the west. In 334 BCE, Alexander led his army of 40,000 men across the Hellespont, the narrow strait separating Europe from Asia. As he stepped onto the shores of Persia, he thrust his spear into the ground, declaring the land Spear Won. It was a bold statement of intent. Darius, hearing of this audacious invasion, scoffed. How could this young upstart hope to challenge the might of Persia? But Alexander was no ordinary invader. He was a force of nature, a man driven by a vision of glory that would not be denied. Alexander's first major encounter with Persian forces came at the Battle of the Granicus River. Despite being outnumbered, Alexander led a daring cavalry charge across the river, scattering the Persian forces. It was a stunning victory, but it was only the beginning. Alexander's army marched deeper into Persian territory, their eyes set on the heart of the empire. Darius, realizing the gravity of the threat, began to gather his forces for a decisive confrontation. The stage was set for a confrontation that would shake the ancient world to its core. Alexander's army marched toward the heart of Persia, their resolve unshakable. Darius, gathering his forces, vowed to crush this insolent invader. But as the two titans prepared for battle, one question loomed large. Could the young Macedonian king defeat the might of Persia? Or would Darius prove that even the brightest flame could be extinguished? The answer would be written in blood on the fields of Issus. Stay tuned for the next chapter, where empires clash and destinies are forged in fire. If you're captivated by the rise of these two titans, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. History's greatest stories are waiting to be told, and you won't want to miss what comes next.